Welcome guys to another episode. We are Brittany and Drew, and we've been on the road since the beginning of 2015, traveling in a ton of different vans. And right now we find ourselves owning two different vans on different continents. One in Europe right now that's currently sitting in Portugal. It's a 2004 Citroen Jumper Challenger. We love that vehicle.
It was only the second camper we looked at, and we paid $25,000 for it from a used car dealer in Coimbra. And we were able to move into it the same day we bought it.
And right behind us, where you see Brittany swinging away, is our 2008 Dodge Sprinter 3500 dually,
which we paid $20,000 for as an empty shell. I can literally do cartwheels.
It's huge. It's 6'2" inside. We're gonna raise up the floor just a little bit.
And we lived in it while completing the conversion, which took us 6 months and $15,000. Plus a bunch of reclaimed wood and freebies. And if you didn't know, the reason we own a camper van in Europe right now is because we are in the process of purchasing our very first property ever. Ever since Drew and I have been married, we have only lived in vans. So we're very excited to soon own a little piece of earth in Portugal, which we originally fell in love with when we first came here 5 years ago during our international van travels. Holy that looks amazing!
It was the first place we ever said we could actually stop rolling here.
And this is tonight's spot. It is going to be hard to leave Spirit behind, I must say, because we have been living in Spirit since we built her out. We converted her ourselves in 2018, 2019. You might be asking, why not ship Spirit to Europe? Well, along with the cost of shipping the van, the cost and process of importing a vehicle to Portugal is way more complicated than you even want us to try to explain here. Unless you have any insight, let us know in the comments below. We'd be curious.
A lot of people wondered how we were able to hook this into the framing of the van. There's a 6-foot galvanized pole that's strapped with steel straps to the framework, and we use some climbing carabiners up here. Breakfast on the swing this morning?
Tastes even better.
Yeah, quite the view.
Hard to leave to start the hike. And for the actual swing part, we used an Aerial Silks hammock. So you can lay in it as a hammock. I ice dyed it, which was a very unique process. But it came out very nice. I love this swing.
Came from one of our good friends, Lisa. Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you, Lisa. We built a lot of really cool, unique things into Spirit, which is definitely one thing I'm gonna miss, leaving her behind, because our RV is a little bit more factory. All right, who gets what cupboards?
I'm staking my claim.
Soon enough, this camper will feel like home.
We didn't have the availability of tools and space and time being on a 90-day visa, so that's why we bought a pre-made van, and we love it for what it is. You just like kick up and do one of these.
Ooh, feet are so close to the food.
I'm in my house. I can do what I want.
Oh yeah, I win. One thing we definitely couldn't have custom made are the blinds in Espiri 2. Blackout curtains, mosquito netting, open air. Ooh, so nice that these pop out so that they can stay open even if it's raining.
It's just past the click. Click. Okay, you need a little help.
Oh, apparently I am.
I have the golden touch. Brittany and I are stoked to show you our rolling homes before we get our very first land. And home is where you park it, so eventually our European van will be parked on our home. But for now, before we put this van in storage, let's show you around.
Our beautiful little home.
It's so cozy.
Although we haven't finished fixing her back doors since they were replaced from our rear ender, but that's on the list. Want to join us on the couch? Slash futon?
Full-size twin bed.
Oh, and our shower and a drawer's under here.
La 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 la.
This is what it looks like in there, everyone. As much as we love the space-saving feature of our shower invention, what we loved even more was the shower room that we got in Espiri 2, because it just sort of felt a lot more normal, and like we could just jump in for a quick rinse and get out and move on with our lives. It was like having a spa on wheels, complete with a loo that's a little bit more normal. It flushes using this little handle here, and everything goes down into the cassette underneath the toilet that Drew can easily empty, you know, at the dump stations and such, versus having to deal with our urine separator, composty situation in the US.
I mean, this is like a legit toilet.
And what do you got back here?
This is a little hidden gem. This was an idea from other van lifers a long time ago. Gotta love the pee funnel. If you live in a van, you know how great this is.
I am not a user of the pee funnel. That's all we'll say about that. Something that we don't have in either of our vans and that we've actually never had in anything that we've lived in is a washer and a dryer. I can't wait till the day comes that we have one of those. But what we do have are True Earth Eco Laundry Strips. What we love most is their mission to eliminate single-use plastics from ending up in our landfills and oceans, but we also love their new scent, Lilac Breeze, and the fact that they're super easy to carry with us, whether we're doing laundry at a laundromat or at Drew's parents' house like we are doing these days.
Thanks, Mom and Dad.
But these clean, green, and simple little strips are so easy to use. All you do is rip them and then drop it right in with your clothes. We've been using True Earth for over 3 years now. We can even bring these with us when we travel. And what's even better, True Earth offers a subscription option. They also make special strips for babies and a fragrance-free option for ultra-sensitive types. It's time. Oh, it smells so good. Like flowers. So soft. So clean. To join us in helping save the planet one load of laundry at a time and to see the plethora of other eco goods that True Earth has for you, use our link below and our code ADVENTURE10 and you'll get 10% off at checkout. Ooh, now we got some folding to do. I'm gonna tell you one thing I miss. Our filtered water system, because in Espiritu we have to have like jugs that we fill at campgrounds or wherever we can find filtered water, and being able to drink fresh water no matter where we source it from is just so amazing. We don't have any plastic waste, no bulky bottles to store, and it's a lot easier to fill our reusable bottles too.
We will also miss the fact that this van has a 55-gallon water tank, which is way larger than Espiritu's 30-gallon tank. All right, it's time to swivel our table and our chair.
In this van, just our passenger seat swivels around, and in Espiritu, both of our chairs swivel, which is pretty awesome for our dining area.
It opens up this space so well. And did I mention, I love this big desk for working on. It's a fixed table and gives so much space.
We can even leave stuff on it when we drive and it doesn't move.
As long as we have this little rubber piece underneath.
And we love that our 2 guest seats also come with seat belts. That means when we have littles, hopefully in the future, we can like hook up a little baby seat here.
Little car seat.
Yeah, and it's legal. Something really important to note is that Portugal has really strict laws when it comes to converting a camper van. Hence why we purchased one that was already outfitted, because trying to convert one yourself is like really regulated.
A lot of processes.
Yeah, and you know how well we do with that kind of a thing. We're much better like in circles.
Not boxes. One huge thing that we love about our Sprinter van is that we have air conditioning in the front dash. Oddly enough, in Europe, that's not something that all RVs and cars have, that we take for granted a lot of times in America. I really love how icy cold this one gets especially.
Oh, we're gonna miss you.
Luckily, it's not such a hot day in Florida today.
Both of our rolling homes do have heaters, which we are extremely grateful about, especially because when we get to Portugal, it's still going to be a little bit nippy. That's sort of been a key, because after our first year of van life in Europe, we lived in our little Ford Transit van. There was no hot water, there was no heater. We used the oven. We put our pajamas in the oven.
My arm is freezing holding this camera up, but that's okay.
I want to get up, but I can't.
We gotta wait about 20 minutes while the oven heats and gets going, so.
It was 53 degrees when we woke up in the van.
I could see my breath when I started the car.
And the refrigerator was only 48 degrees. So basically, we were in a fridge. Those were the good old days.
And one major van life hack, if you don't have hot water or a heater in your van, boil water and get a hot water bladder. Put it in there, snuggle with it at night.
Oh, that saved our lives, I think. I wore a snowsuit most of our honeymoon. There was no lingerie, I'm gonna say that.
I think we should put the clip of when we bought our first original camper van back in 2016 in Europe, in the UK. We just bought our first home! Ah, it's crazy. Van on wheels.
Nose.
You do. Brittany was working hard to carry out some boxes that came in for FedEx.
Yeah.
This is our house. We're only gonna give a preview though right now.
Yeah.
That's inside. Lots of love. I can't believe this. It's our first home, babe.
Our first home, and we bought it overseas.
Yeah, wow.
Classic. Classic Mr. and Mrs. Adventure.
That was our very first big purchase together as a married couple, and man, was that a special moment looking back at it.
These early van life memories probably help explain why the oven is one of my favorite features in the van.
Love our oven.
It is a little dirty, but probably because we've enjoyed a lot of pizza nights in there.
Pizza night! Pizza night! Pizza night!
Pizza night!
Pizza night!
Pizza night in the van is probably my favorite night. Unfortunately, Espiritu does not have an oven, so we resort to this.
A few more luxuries about this specific van we're going to miss. It is so much more powerful. Our European van is a manual transmission, where this is automatic, which is pretty standard across most vehicles in America. It is a Mercedes Sprinter, so it was actually a European German engine that back before 2014, Mercedes used to badge these vehicles as Dodge. Kind of confusing, but this is a Dodge Sprinter, not a Mercedes Sprinter, even though you can take it to Mercedes for servicing because of its components and all of that. Along with the fact that this is a dually, which gives us so much more stability on the road, especially in crosswinds on the highways. You guys all knew that we loved our motorcycle we carried on the back. This hitch that's on the back of this van, it is so strong. It could hold 750 pounds. Held our favorite motorcycle, Lucky Blue, which unfortunately isn't with us anymore. There's a long story about that from the past that you can watch on our channel. But this van overall has been so great for adventures and travels.
We can't go without mentioning our porthole, of course. You guys know how many views we've been able to enjoy out of this little guy?
Especially in the mornings.
Makes us feel like we're on a spaceship or a boat. So beautiful.
Speaking of views, I am sitting in the $1 million love seat with this huge opening, something we don't get in Espiritu.
Because Espiritu, unfortunately, only has a little tiny front door. So there's that.
There is that.
But
that might be the #1 thing I'm gonna miss.
Really?
I love, and that's why we designed this van in such a way where we could just pull out the fridge, kick back, have a cold drink, and snuggle.
This is the $1 million view. When designing the layout of your van, just kind of remember to keep that in mind.
I love how much space there is up here.
While all of this space is quite nice and luxurious, for some reason I like the little sleeping nook in Spirit. I think it gets darker.
I still love this.
But we love how wide this camper is.
Look how much headspace there is. How much room to the left, to the right.
Our van's a little bit more rugged, a little bit more tough, but this, a little bit more luxurious for year 8. Also thinking about what I'm gonna miss most, our fridge/freezer in this van. It's not here right now because currently Drew's parents, with the hurricane situation, they are using our fridge, but that fridge keeps everything so much colder. It's a top loading, which I used to think was annoying, but honestly, I think it's very practical for this lifestyle because our fridge in Espiritu, you open the front, everything falls out. Nothing stays very cold. This one, amazing. It had room for all of my smoothie goods, you know. Yeah, we're gonna have to probably get a freezer on our land. Might be one of the first things we have to get power to. One thing I miss about our US van is our little water hose so we can wash our feet after the beach. Otherwise, we're left doing something a little bit like this, like dry brushing your feet.
I think it feels nice.
Yeah.
Gonna hit me up? Ooh.
It's good for those with sensitive feet. Good old bolt and barrel. The locks in this camper are a bit more like involved, but the locks in the other camper a bit easier and way more reliable. Whoop. There have been so many times when this door comes flying open and all the contents come out onto the floor.
I did double try to secure this, but still only holds up so well. Something that we're also gonna miss that's been really incredible to have in this Sprinter van is our power system. Gotta love having that much space. And right here is our inverter, our solar controller up there. We tucked the battery bank in. We have 450 watts of lithium power in our van. It keeps us off grid for 5 days and even more if the sun's just cranking. And we have a ton of solar on the roof. Originally, we installed 300 watts of solar on the roof, and later on we added another 150 watts. We added a DC to DC charger under the driver's seat, so that way it would top off the voltage of lithium batteries once we switch from AGM gel to lithium batteries. Espiritu, our Portuguese RV, we have to use a Jackery and have a very limited battery bank for running the water pump and our lighting in that vehicle.
And I think there's only one solar panel, right?
Yes, one 100 watt solar panel on that van. It's quite a sight, babe. You're like reverse Santa. Wait for me. Heyo.
We used to be able to access by a ladder, but since our rear ender, this is how it's done.
A little tricky without a ladder.
And here we are, hanging out with the solar panels.
And next week, we'll see you across the pond because we'll be arriving in Portugal. We might be living in a van for another year, parked up on our property, and I'm thankful that we have the van that's perfect for that.
Yeah.
Our RV Portuguese camper is so much more designed for stable parking versus the adventure mobile that this rig is. And we'll see you guys next week.
Wow. Chapter, I don't know which one. A new chapter.
New series coming soon.